So, good morning. I just woke up and I noticed the weather is good to do some test flight. So we'll be trying this out for about 6 kilometer round trip. I hope the battery can last. So I will be flying on no obstruction area, so you can see. So it's very bright and sunny, so let's try the transmission of the drone. So our first trip will be 3 kilometers going on that area. We will try to reach up to more than 3 kilometers. I hope the battery can last. So to go there faster, I will be doing on sport mode. So there's a signal and satellite is good, so we're on about 27. So I think this is good enough. Ready for takeoff. So we're already out. So we're already around 200 meters away from our position. GPS signal is about 39. So we already switched to the sports mode and we're almost 1 kilometer and I can already see our destination. GPS signal is good, about 40, and our battery health is still at 87. I just hope no birds will attack our drone. So GPS is good, but we are losing our RC signal at 1 kilometer, so I think we can't go that far anymore. So okay, we are back and we will try to push further. I hope I'm facing the right direction for the drone. So as I move forward, I'm also sticking to the ground so I can get closer. So that's the island I'm targeting. That's the Aracor Island. And it's about 3 kilometers away from my position. So I'm moving towards the land so I can have my signal stronger. So we're about 1.5 kilometers from here. Signal is good. Battery percent is 60. I think I can go a little bit higher. Okay, RC signal is losing. It's okay, I think we can start recording. So that's the Aracor Island. So we're already at 2.5 kilometers and the signal is strong, no interference. But at 40%, I'm calling this drone back. So I'm shooting at 4K 30 FPS at D-Log. So okay, I think it's time to call the drone back since it's already 45%. I hope it can still go back since it consumes 50% of the battery going there. And I did have my battery 40% going back. The battery is 40%. Sports mode really helps a lot. Yeah, I think the drone can still make it at 35% battery and we're already less than 1.5 kilometers. So I can already see our drone. Yep, that's me. So there's the drone. And we're saved. And we're saved. So yeah, I think the drone can fly more than 3 kilometers unobstructed. So it's just the good thing is that I'm on the elevated area. The sky is clear, no obstruction, no buildings, no tall trees. So what's up guys, we are here at the woods. So we're going to try the DJI Mini 5 Pro's obstacle avoidance. Also, this wood doesn't have that much light, so we can also test its LiDAR.
Take off. Home point updated.
So I'm going to intentionally make it go forward on where there is an obstacle in front of it, so we can test its obstacle avoidance. So currently it's on my level and I hope it avoids me. So my settings is on bypass mode. So I'm just going forward. My joystick is just on forward mode, and I hope it avoids the obstacles. Now going backwards. So I don't know why does it lift up itself, and so one more time, and as you can see, there's a lot of obstacle here. So going back, and 3, 2, 1. So take note and keep in mind that the drone will not detect smaller or thinner objects. For example, a tree branch, strings. Actually, I intentionally moved forward the drone to the rope so I can test its obstacle avoidance.
Unfortunately, the drone didn't detect the thin rope and flew into it, causing it to crash.
And so yeah, this is the DJI Mini 5 Pro's obstacle avoidance test. So let's continue doing active track, and I hope it follows us. Let's keep running, and I hope it still continue tracking us. Oh, the drone lost me. Well, I didn't expect that the drone will lose me ASAP. Okay, one more time. Yes. On normal mode. And so far, the drone is doing a good job tracking me. Okay, so the drone lost me again. Okay, one more time. So I'm circling around to lose track of the drone, and it did. So yeah, I guess if there's a lot of trees and obstacle and big walls, maybe the drone can keep up with the tracking. So as you can see, there's leaves in front of it, and it's not bypassing it. I need to help the drone a little, okay? Okay, so now we will be trying out its quick shots. And I will be standing here. So this is kind of dangerous spot where I am. Take flight. So for the quick shot, so we have this rotate. So we're going to try this. Let's put it on auto first. So 2, 1, and so that's it for some of the features of the DJI Mini 5 Pro. So that's the range test and the obstacle avoidance and LiDAR test and some of the quick shots. So I hope you enjoyed this quick review and flight test of the DJI Mini 5 Pro, and see you for more.
Okay, so the test flight is done and I was able to fly this drone for almost 3 kilometers. I think it's about 2.8 kilometers. So back and forth, that is about 5.6 kilometers on a single fully charged battery of 36 minutes. So I think the 36-minute flight time is the flight time itself without using any feature or not recording, not capturing photos, not doing any quick shots. So for the sake of the test flight, I was able to fly it for that far. I suggest you don't do that since you cannot see your drone anymore. And if you do, I suggest if you were going to fly it that far, do it on a open environment, open space, no trees, no tall buildings, no obstruction at all. When you can point the antenna of your remote control directly to where your drone is. And then next is the quick shots. I was able to do multiple quick shots like drone, rocket, circle, helix, and boomerang. So for the obstacle avoidance is great. But the obstacle avoidance of this drone doesn't detect thin and small objects. For example, string. I was able to test the obstacle avoidance of this on let's say on a closely spaced trees, where I did go fly this straight and it avoids big objects such as trees. But when I think branches, it's having a hard time to detect and avoid it. So I actually did crash these drones to test the obstacle avoidance, of course. So as you can see, I'm flying the drone straight on my tent's rope. It's a very, very thin rope, as thin as like a charger cord. And the drone didn't able to detect the cord. So I tried to get it close and close and close until it hits the rope. So the drone crashed, but it didn't do any damage to the drone. For the active track, so I actually managed to outrun the active track of the Mini 5 Pro. So when you hide on a bigger object, or let's say when the drone is not that far from you and you hide from a bigger object, let's say big trees, and you were able to slip to the drone will stop and will notify you if the object is not on track. I think you won't be having any problem with the active track. The drone will follow you wherever you go, as long as the drone and the subject have enough distance that you won't be out of frame of the drone. Let's say the drone is in front of you and you run fast below the drone won't be able to track you and a warning signal will display on your remote control. So there's an untold and unfilmed story during my test flight. If you notice, I have rubber bands on my drone because I did actually crash the drone a second time and it didn't went well. So on my second test, I did fly the drone on a pine tree. If you know pine trees have very thin branches, and what they call that's their leaves. It's very thin. So the drone did able to detect those thin branches and leaves, but since the object is very thin and small, the drone wasn't able to avoid the object with enough distance. So I did crash my drone, and look what's happened. So my drone is injured. So my drone is injured. So I did broke the hinge arm inside. For the meantime, my drone will be resting for a while. I did order the spare parts. So gladly, there is no any electronic damage, only physical damage, and the spare parts is available online. My drone will be out of commission for quite some time. The drone still function. It's just, yeah, the hinge broke. So yeah, that is the flight test of the DJI Mini 5 Pro. So what's my advice when flying a drone? So even though the drone have a obstacle avoidance, don't always think the drone will avoid the object. Consider the obstacle avoidance as obstacle detector. The drone will notify you on your remote control if there's an object near to your drone. You as a pilot should be the one who create enough distance for your drone and the obstacle. And I suggest when you are flying on a environment when there is a lot of thin and small objects where you know the drone can detect it but cannot avoid it properly, instead of using bypass mode, you can change the setting of your obstacle avoidance from bypass to brake. I hope you learned from my mistake, since the spare parts cost me additional $16. For convenience of time, of course, take care of your drone. So yeah, that's it for the test flight of the DJI Mini 5 Pro, and I will be sharing you more photos and videos that I took with this. Yeah, and that's it for the test flight of the DJI Mini 5 Pro, even though it didn't end well for my drone. So stay tuned.